Joining us now is a producer of Am I Racist? And famously, one of Matt Walsh's 17 black friends, Ben Capel. Welcome.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on.
Oh, everyone who has not seen this film has to see it. It is an incredible commentary, both comedic commentary, which is probably where most of the most profound points are made, but it's also just a stunning expose in the contradictory nature of the left brain.
No, that's certainly the case, and I was really blessed and lucky to be brought onto a project like this and work with guys like Matt Walsh, who's just the most talented guy in the industry, and Justin Folk, who is the brightest mind in alternative media, and just to be able to shine a light on what is a really dark place in America, and an industry that has allowed some really evil and really big idiots to profiteer off of real and historic racial wounds in this country. So if we can talk about a very serious matter in a very funny way, I think that's the best way we can enact change and hopefully remind Americans.
It's a powerful way. It's very powerful. As you went about film, how long did it take to film this from start to finish?
About 18 months of filming. This was a long one.
So 18 months, you're traveling the country, you're embedding yourself, or at least putting yourself in some interesting scenarios. Did you get any people who seemed off camera like they were actually provoked, thoughtfully provoked, like they were actually stopping to think about where they stood in the world?
Well, no, but that's also not necessarily the point of this film. In What is a Woman, Matt was asking the most damning question for the gender ideology, which is to simply define what a woman is. In this one, we took a slightly different approach, and that's for Matt to buy in. And we did that for two reasons. One, for just pure comedic elements, and two, because in these spaces, any sort of pushback and hostility kind of makes them sit back and sit on their hands. They go back to talking with the HR talking points are and kind of couching their language. So you get a really in-depth view of the race ideology without any of the hemming and hawing and without anyone kind of censoring themselves.
But in terms of as they started, because there were a few interactions in this film where people start getting into this back and forth with Matt, who is embedding himself, right? He's trying to buy into this entire ideology. And as they're going back and forth, they're like, you see a few of them kind of light up and realize this is kind of absurd. Do you think that actually can appeal to people who are kind of sitting in the middle, or maybe consider themselves like not radically left, but leftists? How does this kind of get at them?
Yeah, well, we hope the reaction is just for those folks to be reminded of what it means to be a reasonable and rational person, that it's not all about these insane Marxist ideologies that have been perpetuated on the American people for far too long. But we've had a pretty great trajectory in this country when it comes to racial harmony. And that it's this group of very powerful and this orchestrated small group to bring us back into the dark ages when it comes to things like racial cohesion and togetherness.
Well, Abram Kendi in his book argued that assimilation and a melting pot culture itself is racist. How does that stand today? I know this was a very hot topic a few years ago, but we have now had a chance to debate this a lot more as a country, physically and intellectually.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.